Hi everyone, welcome to another Forex analysis. I'm going to go through some USD pairs and also EURJPY. So let's get started on the DXY. Start on a weekly time frame. You can see price is currently at a weekly support in blue. It could potentially reject from here and go back up, or it could obviously breach through. If you go to the daily time frame, you can see price is currently at a daily support. If I move this slightly lower, you can see it's at a daily support, so it's potentially going to reverse from here. And this is a most recent lower high, so here's your daily resistance, daily support. If price rejects here, we'll go to this level, and here's another daily resistance. If you go to the H4 time frame, price will reject this as it has done. It's gone to here, so that's your most recent lower high. It's then made a double bottom formation, another lower low. So from here, it'll either reject it and go back to this level, or it can breach it and go down further. However, because it has a daily, a weekly, and now a H4 support, I do expect it to reject it and go back up to this level here. So in that case, because we're expecting the DXY to go up in the next 4 hours, you expect a sell trade on EURUSD and GBPUSD. So if I update the levels like that, there you go. So daily H4 support, H4 resistance, price is approaching the H4 support. We're expecting it to reject and go back to this level here. So if I now go into EURUSD, remember, if DXY we're expecting to go down, EURUSD we're expecting it to go, DXY, if we're expecting it to go up, EURUSD we're expecting it to go down. So start on the weekly, you can see price at a weekly resistance is potentially going to reject from here on the weekly time frame. You then go to a daily. Here's your most recent high. Here is your most recent high low. If you go to the H4, mark your most recent high low and higher highs. So this is your most recent high low. Here's your most recent high. Where price rejected it once, it's now forming a double top formation where it could potentially reject it and go back down again. So as I said, when price goes here, we're expecting it to reject this level and go down to this level. That's what we're expecting. So right now, you wouldn't sell, you wouldn't buy, you'd be getting ready for it to come to this level. Once it does and you can see a bearish candlestick close, that's when you can enter a sell trade. Alhamdulillah. So now I've got these breakers here, so these split up every day into 24 hours. So I suggest you add them in. So what I'll do is, now we're trying to find a H1 candlestick, so this is your intraday trading time frame. What you want to do is look at previous day's price action. So today is Monday. You'd look at the previous day's price action is a Friday. So you'd look at this price action here to allow you to analyze the charts for today. So if I show you, go on the H1, open your Fibonacci tracement tool. So get it from the high of the day to the low and drag it across. Here you go. So these are your levels for today. When price comes to the level, on the level, you look for a sell trade here. If price comes to the level, on the level of support, you look for a buy trade. Right now you can see prices retrace all the way to 100%. It's potentially going to reject it from here. If we see a bearish candlestick close, we can enter a sell trade. This would be your trade management. So just say stop loss above 10 pips, and you can have your TP target profit all the way here to H1 of 120 pips, but I'd rather have it here because you can see there's higher lows made here, so price may come to retrace to this level. So if you're trading £1 a pip, you're risking £100 to win £920. And if you're trading £10 a pip, you're risking £1,000 to make £9,200. So that is my risk to reward ratio done. So that trade is a risk to reward ratio of 8.56, and you can see the current candlestick at the moment, it is potentially rejecting it. But I'd wait for the candlestick to close. What you could do is, if you are looking for an entry, you could go to M5 or M15. Some people go straight to M5. I like to go on M15. So let's just say I'm entering this candlestick right now. This would be my trade. Stop loss just above. And this is my TP. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to enter this trade live. Just give me a second. I'm entering it on MetaTrader. So you can see here, I'll even highlight the H1 candlestick. So because you're interested in the H1 candlestick, break it down further to M15. You're interested in the M15 candlestick, and if you want to, you can break it down even further, just to get an even tighter stop loss. So what I'll do is I'm going to enter this trade. TP is, stop loss is 1.165, 1.165, and TP is 1.15. 193. Sell. Done. Into that trade, and you can see, we'll see how that plays out. Entered on this candlestick on M5. Stop loss of 10 pips, 8 pips in fact. TP is 88 pips. So we'll see how that goes. If we go to GBPUSD, there'll be similar price action to EURUSD, so you'd only trade one or the other. Then go to H4 time frame. Here's your high low. Here's your high on H4. Break it down further. Get the Fibonacci retracement tool out on the H1. So look at the previous day's price action. So get it from the low of the day to the high. Friday's price action, because today is Monday. Here's your trade. Here are the levels for today. So in prices here, you could potentially take a sell, but obviously it's continued to breach. Like I said, we've already taken a trade on EURUSD, so we wouldn't be trading GBPUSD. Last one we'll look at is EURJPY. Start on the weekly. You can see support is here, resistance is there. Go to a daily time frame. This will be your daily high. This is your daily high low. Go to the H4. Repeat the process. Here's your high. Here's your high low. Repeat the process once again. H1, remember we're looking at previous day's price action, so look at the low of the day to the high of the previous day. So these would be your levels before the market opened today. Perfect. As you can see, there's no trade right now. What you could do is you could even extend this Fibonacci tool to the H4 resistance as so. So that is your levels for today. Currently no trade. If we get a rejection around this area, then you can look for a sell trade, but it's not 100% confirmed, because if you look on the daily candlestick is continuing to be bullish. I hope you enjoyed that analysis. I tried to do it under 10 minutes. I did EURUSD, GBPUSD, EURJPY, and a live trade on EURUSD as well. We'll see how that plays out. It's currently, remember, it formed a high. It was at H1 resistance. The candlestick was in my direction, so I took a sell trade, risking 8 pips to make 88 pips with a risk to reward ratio of 10. So we'll see how that plays out. I'll update you tomorrow. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.